Dear programmer, I welcome you all in the lecture series of Fundamentals of Data Structure. Till today, we have done some quite interesting programming in arrays, structures, and different kinds of variable. It's time to start with our new concept or advanced concept is pointers. I just want the answer that suppose, is there any situation you find it out that you went someone else's house? Like we want to reach that Rahul's house. He's living in some apartment. His flat number is 10. Once we reach to his apartment, at that entrance, we ask the watchman, do you know where the Rahul is living? Then obviously say, okay, you can go to that flat number 10 and so on. Someone may ask, hello sir. To that watchman, you can ask, hello sir, do you know where is the flat number 10? I want to meet Rahul. Means what we are doing here? We are approaching to the Rahul with help of his name. Second case, we are approaching to the Rahul with help of his address. Where does he living? In that same case, we can use the address to get the values of pointers. Pointer, it is very interesting part, which is nothing but that indirectional reference to a variable. In today's session, we'll start with the pointer, how to declare the pointer, how to do the initialization, and there are some operations on the pointer. At the end of the session, I expect my student will be able to understand in detail what is pointer and they can implement some C programs using the pointers. These are our reference book. Let me start with the pointer. While we are saying that any variable is being declared, that time what happened? That the compiler allocates some memory. Like for example, I have given integer a is equal to 10. Then we are saying compiler allocates 2 byte memory. The name of memory is a and the value 10 is assigned. So what is that computer memory? The computer memory is a sequential collection of storage cells. Every cell is associated with a one number that we are calling as the address. Addresses are numbered consecutively, which are starts with 0 till the last number. Assume that we are saying a computer system with 40K memory. So we are saying that their addresses starts with 0 to 65,535. These are called as memory cell. When we declare a variable, that time what does the compiler do? Compiler allocates the memory with appropriate size and assigns the value to that particular variable. Means into that memory some value is being assigned. Means can we say that into that apartment Rahul is a one variable and he is living in flat number 10 is his address, right? So when we declared a variable, suppose integer var is equal to 100, then what happened? A compiler allocates some memory space. Assume that the space at location 1000 5000, it give the name is var and the value is there 100. Then what happened? That memory addresses are simply the numbers. So while we are saying these numbers are there, so is it possible that we can access these numbers with help of some variable? Yes, we can do with help of pointer variable. Pointer variable are the variables which contain an address of another variable, means it contains the location of another variable. When I declare a variable integer var is equal to 100, then compiler allocates the location. Assume that its location is 5000. Then we can have the reference to that 5000 with help of one variable like it is PTR. So what is the content of PTR? The content of PTR is 5000. What is 5000? 5000 is the address of var variable. And that pointer itself is stored into some another location. So what is pointer? Pointer is nothing but that indirect reference to a variable. Pointer is a variable which store address of another variable whose value is the address of another variable. Means pointer is containing address of some another variable. Pointer is a derived data type in C. It is built from one of the basic data types of available in the C. Pointer contain memory address as their value. Since these memory addresses are the location in the computer where we are storing our program instructions and data, so we can access that location and we can do some manipulation on that data which is stored into that memory address. As we are saying that we are storing that pointer is storing the address of another variable. Let example, here is integer var is equal to 10. What does it mean? It means var is a variable which hold 10 value. So each variable have its name, value and address. That address is nothing but that where it is stored or located into the memory. How do we get that address? That address we get with help of ampersand operator, that is also called as address of operator. So the address of a variable can be derived or retrieved with help of ampersand operator. Means we are using ampersand operator before that particular variable. When we are saying ampersand var, this indicates that where that var is located, that is 5000 location. When we declare the pointer, that time that pointer is going to be declared with like our general variables. Only the difference is that that pointer variable should be preceded with this star or asterisk operator. This asterisk operator is also called as indirectional operator. So here this indicates that PTR is a pointer variable because we have given asterisk before it. That's why PTR is a pointer variable which points to some variable of type integer. Means data type of PTR is integer. It doesn't mean that PTR is holding integer variable. No, PTR is indicating to a one data type whose data type is integer. So how do we say that? We are saying that PTR is equal to address of var. This indicates that PTR is pointing to the address of var variable. So what is that address of var variable? It is 5000. So we can say that PTR is holding the address 5000. So the PTR is instead of storing the value, it stores the address of that variable. So what is the difference between variable and the pointer? The variable holds the value in its memory location and pointer is a variable which points to another variable. Points to another variable means it hold or it contain address of another variable. So how to declare the pointer? We know that in C programming we need to declare the variable before its use. So the syntax of pointer is that we need to give the data type, asterisk and the pointer variable. It should be end by semicolon. That asterisk indicates that this is the pointer variable and data type is nothing but the type of variable that pointer points to. The asterisk is what? It is indirectional operator which tells that this is a pointer variable. For example, if I say integer star PTR, what it mean? PTR is a pointer variable which will point or which will contain the address of some integer type of variable. Double star P1 means? Yes, P1 is a pointer which points to or which hold address of some double type of variable. P2 will contain the address of float type of variable. CHPTR is what? It is a pointer to character type of variable. That is indirect reference to that variable. Once the pointer is initialized, once the pointer is declared, how we do initialization? For that, we are saying that the pointer is equal to address of variable. So this ampersand is called as the address of operator. So how we are going to use the pointer? First of all, we need to declare the pointer. Second thing, we need to initialize the pointer. Then we can access the value which is stored at that particular address. Means who lives at flat number 10? Rahul. Means we are accessing Rahul. How? With help of address. What is the address? Flat number 10. So like that fashion, we can access the value at the address available in pointer variable. And for that, we are using the operator is asterisk, that is called as value at operator. Let me see some different variations of initializations of pointer. That we have seen that pointer is equal to address of variable means what? Pointers have been initialized. When we declare integer x, integer star p, this indicates x is a variable, p is a pointer variable. When we are saying p is equal to address of x, then this is valid. Here declaration and initializations are separated. We can combine this initialization and declaration in the one line, that is integer x star p is equal to address of x, that is pointer p is containing the address of x. This is also valid. But if we are giving integer star p is equal to address of x and then x variable is being defined, means p is containing the address of variable which is not yet defined till that moment. That's why this is invalid. What we need to do? We need to assign that variable first, then we get that its address. Okay. If I want to say that p pointer doesn't contain any address. So we can write integer star p is equal to null, means this is a pointer which doesn't contain any address. Someone may write integer star p is equal to 0. Yes, this is also valid. It does not have anything. Now, the interesting thing is that how we are going to access the value of that variable. We have seen, we have been used that integer x is equal to 10. So we are getting the 10 value with help of x. But I don't want to use x. I want to use a pointer to that particular x variable. So for that reason, there is the operator asterisk that is called as value at operator. The syntax is asterisk we need to put before that pointer. This is also known as indirectional operator. Let me start with how does it. Integer x comma y means here we are declaring the two variables x and y. P is the pointer of type integer. Assume initially P is containing the address of x. Now I want to say that the value of y is nothing but that what is the value at P. What is the value at P? Value at P is nothing but the value at address of x. What is address of x? Let x is suppose 10. So that 10 value will be assigned to y. Means while we are saying that y is equal to star P, this indicates that y is equal to value at address of x. That is nothing but value at address of x. Value at 5000. What is the value at 5000? 10. Means that 10 value will be assigned to y. So like that fashion, we can assign the pointer variable. Okay. So like this fashion, also we can say that pointer is being used. PTR, assume in this example, PTR is equal to address of x. Means what? X is equal to value at address of x. Means nothing but that x is equal to value at PTR. Means whatever the value at PTR will be assigned to x. Like that fashion, we can also assign or access the value by using pointer. So when we are saying that we are using the pointer variable, then we need to have some steps. First of all, we need to declare the pointer. Okay, so here in this example, x, y are the variables and p is the pointer. When we say x is equal to 10, means we are assigning value 10 to variable x. When we are saying p is equal to address of x, means indicates that p is a pointer which points to x type of variable, means initialization have been done. Then when we are saying y is equal to value at p, means what? We are accessing the value of x indirectly. We are not using the name of x, but we are using the address of x, which is already stored in P. So the value at stored in address of x means for that reason we are using this value at, that is asterisk operator. So that way we are assigning the value of x to y through P. Means we are having indirect reference to x. When we are saying star p is equal to 20, this indicates that 20 value will be given to x. Means star p means what? The value at p. What is a p? P is containing the address of x. Means value at address of x is what? 10 becomes now 20. So this changes the value of variable x indirectly. So dear student, I expect you kindly pause the video and try to identify what is happening. In this program, we have given that enter the number 10 and enter the another number 20. So what is the output of this two printf statement? I hope you have paused the video. Let me start it. Yes, we have seen address operator. That's why in a scanf statement we are using this ampersand. Means we are storing whatever the values through the keyboard. It will be stored at address of num. Then here we are using enter the another number. Let enter the another number is PTR. We have given the value 10 here and here we have given the value 20. So what is happening? Right. We are getting the output is number is 20 and the number is 20. Why does it happen? Because PTR it points to the or it is containing the address of num. So due to this scanf statement, we are changing the value of num indirectly. That's why the output is 2020. So this is another example of our pointer. So here we are displaying that how we are declaring the variable. This is pointer declaration. Here we have done initialization. Here we are saying that PTR is equal to address of x means value. PTR is pointing to the variable var. Here what happened? Address of var means we are declaring the what is the address of variable. Here we are displaying that what is the value or what is the address of x. Address of x is stored in PTR. Means we can able to define the two ways to declare the address of variable or display the address of variable. And here we are defining or displaying the value of variable with help of pointers. So dear student, I expect you kindly pause the video and try to solve that. What is happening and how are you getting the output of each and every printf statement? So what type of actions are being performed? Here x and y are variables are being declared. PTR is a pointer will be declared. When we are saying x is equal to 10 means the value 10 will be assigned to x. And when we are given the statement that PTR is equal to address of x, what does it mean? It assigns the address of x to PTR. Y is equal to star PTR. It assigns the value pointed by PTR to y. Let me see what is happening due to this statement. So we are having that declaration when x and y variables are being declared. Okay, PTR is holding that value. So when we are saying that x is equal to 10 means what happened? That the value 10 will be assigned to this location. When we are saying PTR is equal to address of x means the content of this PTR, previously it was garbage, then it will be filled with address of x. What is address of x? 2104. Then we are saying that y is equal to value at PTR. Means y is equal to value at PTR. What is the value at PTR? PTR is containing the address of 2104. What is the value at 2104? The value at address 2104 is 10. That's why the value of y becomes 10. But when we are getting the statement star PTR is equal to 25, then what does it mean? It indicates that value at PTR. What is the value at PTR? Value at 2104 is equal to 25. Means it will directly change this 10 value with 25. So that's why due to these statements we are changing the value of x indirectly. And this is the use of pointer. What kind of operations we can perform on the pointer? Like our general variables, we can use the pointer in expression. Means here pointer p1 is multiplied with another pointer. Means the value at p1 is multiplied with value at p2. Here we have to simply take care that there should be a space between these two asterisks. Otherwise, it will be considered as double pointer. We'll see it later. Suppose I would like to add the some value, whatever is being specified by the PTR, then we can also add into the some variable. This is also accepted. As like we have seen that star PTR is equal to 25. In that same fashion, whatever the value at PTR will be added with or incremented by 10. Also, we can add or subtract some integer value from the pointer. Means when we are saying PTR is equal to PTR plus 1, it doesn't mean that the value at PTR is increased by 1. No, the pointer is increased by 1 position. Because PTR is what? It is containing the address. And star PTR means it is containing the value at that particular address. So like that fashion we can do. So PTR plus plus means what? It increase the value of, it increase the PTR by 1, this decrease PTR by 2. Similarly, we can subtract that PTR can be subtracted by 4 means PTR is going to be changed by minus 4 values. Also, we can subtract one pointer from another. Means what does it happening? Here, PTR P1 pointer is points to suppose 2000 and P2 is points to suppose address 5000. So 1000 minus 5000. This can be done. Also, we can compare the pointers like a relational operator. This will be mostly happen in the terms of the string. We'll see while we are going to cover the string by using pointers. So two pointers can be compared with each other. But two pointers will not be added. P1 plus P2, it should not be happen. Means address of P1 and address of P2 will not be added. Also, we cannot use the pointers in the division and the multiplication operator and or division operator. While we are saying that here, the PTR is equal to PTR plus 1 means the address of PTR, that means whatever the address or PTR is pointing to the next address, means it is increased by 1. Means what does it happen? Is it the case that we are saying that PTR is points to 1000 and when say PTR plus 1, is it PTR points to 1001? Definitely not. What is happening actually over here? When we are saying P plus plus or PTR plus plus, this indicates that P points to the next value of its same type. So assume that we are saying integer star P1. So what we are saying here, P1, this is a declaration of pointer. P1 is a pointer which points to integer. So when we are saying P1 plus plus, this indicates that P1 will be increased by 2 bytes because P1 is containing the address of integer type. Like initial address is 1000. So P1 plus plus doesn't increase by 1, it increased by 2. That's why we have to understand what is the scaling factor of that particular pointer. So when we increment the pointer, its value is increased by the length of data type. That is, it is based on the data type. If character is there, pointer will be increased by 1 byte. If it is integer, it is increased by 2 byte for the float, 4 bytes for the long integer, 4 byte and so on.